high performing teams, to get role clarity, their communication patterns are marked by long periods of alone work, solo work, through
Yeah.
research, through deep thinking, but only brief periods or bursts of communication.
Yeah, and I should say, obviously, this is specific to knowledge work teams, right? My wife works in an ER. You can't exactly go away and work alone in that job for long periods of time. But when you look at knowledge workers, office-based workers, remote workers, what have you, what you find is that, and I think I speak for everyone listening when I say we're in like way too many meetings, right? And what you find is those high-performing teams, they're not collaborating better because they're in even more meetings. They're collaborating better because they're actually in fewer but better meetings. They're marked by a sense of bursty communication. So they come together, they run their quick huddle. Here's what we need to be tackling this week. Here's who's doing it. Here's the commitments we're making to each other. Here's the status update on where we are and other things. And then they're preserving that alone time because what actually moves the ball forward is that people need time to think, need time to develop ideas, need time. And it takes time to build an incredible Excel spreadsheet that your team might need to run the numbers for that report, right? And that's time you can't be in a meeting or you can't be constantly distracted by, right? Now, so it doesn't mean they're never communicating and collaborating, but they've kind of mastered that art of coming together to communicate when they need to get themselves in sync, and then also preserving that alone time that people need. And I think that's something that people used to complain about it before the pandemic, that the office was an interruption factory or what have you. And you think we would have solved it when we sent lots of people to work from home, but then all we did was invite them to Zoom meetings every single hour of the day.
Made it worse in some cases, right?
Exactly. We made it worse. No surprise people are more burned out when they're in this time. Now, obviously, they're more burned out because they're also working during a pandemic. But I think Zoom may be, at this point when we're recording this, years into it, I think Zoom might actually be infecting them with a sense of burnout more so than the pandemic itself.